YouTube, it's Bebop07 here, and welcome back to Niche and the Rat Tribe. Now, in the last episode, quite a few things happened. We had some lovely babies, and some interesting things as well. We destroyed a couple of poison berry bushes, and we have some new pairings about. We also had a wanderer that we invited into our tribe at the last second. But another thing that happened was that Coneflower, our previous leader, passed away, and we are now kind of stuck. We don't know who we're going to elect as the next leader, and currently as the temporary fill-in, Flax is our current leader at the moment, whereas really we don't know who is going to be inheriting the title, and they're kind of giving it to him because they're not sure who is supposed to take over. And Flax, it is currently his job to decide and to help decide who is going to take over for his mate as the leader of the clan. So what we are going to look for is some really clever nichelings, and possibly someone who has just proven themselves to be really smart, very clever, thinking outside the box, trying new things. Someone who really proves themselves to be leader quality, at least in the rat's eyes. So we're going to go ahead and zoom out. And at the moment, I'm not quite sure who our contenders would be. I mean, honestly, if I think about it, Quince might be a contender, but he's a little bit too, I guess, a little too impulsive. He doesn't really think about things too much, whereas thinking and that cleverness, that side of things is extremely important to the rats, to the rat clan. And I'm not sure about Kusa. I don't really think Kusa. I was saying Kusa. It might be Kausa. I think I'll go ahead and say Kausa. But I'm not sure if Kausa would really fit. I don't think he would. It took him too long to try and complete his task, which wasn't really his fault because the clamshells didn't really appear anywhere. So as much as he looked, it was kind of really hard to find them. But at the same time, I don't know if he really fit, and Cookie could possibly be a fit. She is also, she is blessed by Acorn due to her deformed paw, but I don't know if her mind and her intellect would really elect her a position of leadership. However, everybody really does love her. She's super sweet, and she just likes taking care of the babies. And she does try new things, so they allow her to kind of stay in the same position as long as she tries to crack an acorn or two here and there. But I'm not sure who would take over, and Kusta himself would not be a very good fit, mostly because he is about to pass away. Kusta, speaking of which, was the one who invited this very lovely wanderer into our tribe. And this wanderer is sick. She has double F immunity, webbed hind legs recessive, swimming tail recessive, short-sighted eyes, and an opaw. She has quite a few things kind of wrong with her, and Kusta just jumped forward and invited her, and no one here knows why. I mean, they definitely respect Isla, speaking of which she would be considered blessed. Although they might not have normally invited her in, she would be considered blessed because she has the no-paw, she has the short-sighted eyes, she is also sick, so they would consider her to be blessed by Acorn with a bunch of challenges, but she is somehow surviving, which is proving herself to be very strong of cleverness and character and just in general strong. However, they also would take wanderers like her to be warnings from Acorn and tests. So they are unsure whether inviting her was a good thing, but Kusta certainly seems to think that inviting Isla was a good thing because he jumped at it the first chance he got. Now Kusta is currently in mourning because his friend Breeze passed away, and they might equal this reaction to that. But I think it was something else. I think it was some instinct in Kusta's mind that told him he needed to invite Isla. So we'll have to look more into that. But we also have a lovely new pairing back here that's really hard to see because of all of the grass. Let's see, there we go, that's a sort of good angle. And they have just had their first daughter together, Komi. Now, Vazia only has a few days left, so I imagine they are actually going to have quite a few kids together. And they are kind of going to claim this area and start clearing it out for themselves. And I believe that their children will be the first to pass over across the river or around the beach onto this side of the island, which eventually leads to the next island's ports. And I'm very excited to see when that might happen, because this island is much bigger, so I don't expect us to get over there really quickly, because it's kind of hard to do when you have so much to get through in order to get there. But we're making it bit by bit, and Vazia's line will most likely be the first to see the ports and to reveal them to us. Now, she and her mate are probably going to have another child, and I've had some wonderful suggestions from Trinket for awesome challenges, and I really, truly appreciate this, because I think you guys could tell I was struggling a little bit to think of some creative challenges. Speaking of which, I do think that we have a challenge for someone over here, for Little Birch, to chop down one of the poison berry trees. Sorry, bushes, they're not trees. Oh, poison berry trees? Please no, I think those are the smelly fruit trees. But, she does have that challenge, but she also suggested something very interesting, which is like RP-like challenges, where maybe instead of something to do with the game mechanics, they have to tell a story, or a joke, or maybe they have to find another nicheling or something like that, and I really like that idea, and this way you guys could have something to vote on, which would be really cool. Now, I probably won't do this too often, because I do have to pre-record the episodes, usually just a day ahead, in order to really keep up with everything and to help keep the stress of recording and everything low and easy. So I will only do this occasionally so that I don't overwhelm myself too much, but I do really truly like that idea. So if you guys have any suggestions, oh my goodness, just yes, awesome, really awesome. But I will not be doing that too often unless I do think I can handle it. But I will be doing it now because I think that this is a perfect opportunity to do so. Alright, I think Fazia, who is utterly enchanted with her child, with Komi's gracefulness, I think she would challenge her daughter. Her daughter's challenge is to come up with a clever story about the deities. And I am very excited to see what she might pick, see who she might pick. But we'll have to think on that. But she and her mate Micah are going to have another baby. Now Micah is going to work, oh, actually Vazia is going to try and fish this. Aww, she was trying to fish it up, but that's okay. Now, I think she's going to sit here. Micah is going to sit by her. He will breed with her. And she's going to go ahead and set down a nest. So now she'll have another baby, and they will work on clearing out this area. And her line is going to be kind of taking over this little section. And I wonder if she would kind of claw Vazia the Explorer, the Wanderer, and Micah the Golden, or Micah the Harvester. I like that, Micah the Harvester. But I don't believe we've actually given Komi a proper name. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to give our wonderful little storyteller a name. And I see Sundrop. Oh, that's kind of cute. I don't know if that's really fitting for Komi though. So maybe there's something else? You know what? Oh, Stargazer! Yes! Stargazer! Oh, that is so perfect for her. If she's going to be a little storyteller, she needs to be a Stargazer. Oh, that is really cute. But we do have a baby over here. Everybody over here is having fun and really hoping that Gardenia, who is exploring over across the river, because she is kind of sneaking her way there before Vazia's line, but she and Vazia's line will probably work together to help explore this area, whereas these two need to work on clearing out this area. They've been in the same place too long. The rats don't like that. But alright, I think that's everything. No other nichelings of the turn, so we're going to go back over here. and zoom in on the next baby to be. Just a little bit. I don't want to zoom in. Okay, there we go. That's perfect. All right, let's pass the turn. I'm so excited to see what the baby's gonna be. Oh my word. He is so handsome. Oh my goodness, Nuku. He has nimble fingers, inherited from his father, no doubt, a runner leg, and we actually don't have a lot of claws, so... Fazia. I think I am going to encourage claw, and as much as I really want the rats to be kind of a more peaceful tribe, and it doesn't really look like rats if we have the claw, I think it's really important to keep some of that strength in our tribe no matter what. We just want a general look for the rats. But she has her lovely little boy here, and I think she's going to be bursting with pride, whereas Stargazer is going to be allowed one more turn to think up her story. Now, Micah is going to collect up some acorns, and I think he and his mate will breed again. They're just really excited to be with each other, and so they're going to breed and have quite a few kiddos. But Micah, he's going to collect from this, reveal this, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at Nuku. Nuku has normal eyesight, nimble fingers, cracker jaw, recessive, fluffy tail, normal hind legs. He does have hemophilia though, so we are going to go and look and hopefully... where's normal blood clotting? Darn it, we don't have 10 generations yet. Okay, so he does have hemophilia. That is something we have to worry about. I don't think it's him that has the issue. Yeah, it's Fazia. She has it in her recessives. And I think her daughter does as well. So that is something we're going to have to be very careful with her line. Be very careful about with her line. And hopefully we will have 10 generations soon. But let's go ahead and go to the family menu, the family tree. Oh, Nuku, you are so cute. I like how the stripes have been common in this tribe so far. Mostly because we don't have a lot of the stripes on our other tribes. They were a very rare thing to show up, so it's kind of nice to have them as a regular pattern for once. But he is gorgeous. We definitely need to find a good name for this guy. So I'm going to scroll twice to see if I can find a really good name. Get some of the more recent ones. Dima! Oh, I knew someone with this name. I was really, really young though, but Dima. Now that's really cute. Hi, Dima. Oh, you're so cute. But okay, we have quite a few other nichelings that we need to move around, and we need to see... Okay, let's check on you. Gardenia has not drowned. Thank goodness. Okay, so Gardenia is going to gather up some seaweed, and I think she will be the first to hop over here onto the other side of the river. And I think if Flax had found out that she had crossed the river when she could have gone this way, he might laugh at her a little bit and think she's kind of ridiculous. But Flax needs to decide who is going to be the next leader. And he's kind of really stuck. He has no idea. And Tamarilla, I think you were supposed to kill a bunny, right? Did you already do that? If not, here's your bunny. There we go. I'm sorry. I totally forgot about that. Forgive me. But lovely little Birch actually has to go and try to... well, it turns out she doesn't even have the ability to do that. So I think Cookie might be kind and alter her challenge so that she just has to try and claw this berry bush. So Birch is going to have maybe one more turn of trying to claw this berry bush, and then her challenge will be over and finished. And Bitterweed is still trying to crack this acorn, because even though his challenge is technically over, he's a little like Quince, and he just really wants to complete it. And Kusa's happy for a break. He is so happy for a break. He was so sick and tired of trying to find those annoying clams. He's just done with it. And Quince is currently challenging himself by digging up worms. He's trying to dig up worms right now. Everybody over here is moved, and these guys have done some really good hunting. I think Fennel's going to gather from this berry bush. And her brother has found a nest. I think we've found that before. And Fennel, she's kind of over here, and they're going to start clearing out this area instead of just sitting by the berry bushes and collecting. They've been doing pretty well with their hunting, and they've improved it like, immensely, I think. They've actually been one of our biggest sources of bunny meat. They've been really good at hunting, doing really, really well with hunting, and I'm very proud of them. But we have quite a few nichelings over here that still need to be moved, and I think Vidar is going to start moving around and exploring a bit more. And Isla, we're gonna have to see what we want to do with you, but poor Davion is fishless. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Kanice! Oh my word, another rogue! And she's so bright red! Look at you, sweetheart! Oh my word, you are gorgeous! She has C and A, and I think if we go to the mutations and we look for C, let's look for C. If we look for C, I don't think we have anybody with C, because look, if we put A, oh, no, do some of us have C then? Does he have C? Oh, he does have C. I thought it might be a new gene. Okay, wow, quite a few of us. Our gene pool is actually pretty spread out. I'm very impressed. We are going to have to start looking for some more mates. Oh my word, Nance was the only one that had G. Oh dear. It's kind of a shame that that didn't pass on, but we should start looking through everybody and trying to see if we can properly pair them up. But she does have, she has big body recessive. She has green eye recessives. Oh no, that would be cute to bring in. I don't know if they would actually invite her. I don't know. I mean, actually, Davion might take this as a chance to give up on the fish and say, hey, look what I found. So he's going to invite this lovely young lady, and she's going to reveal a berry bush she found as payment, as thankfulness. Whereas Isla, who is still confused by why such a healthy tribe would invite someone as sick and weak as her, is going to question Kusta about his decision and ask him why. Why did you invite me? What can I give you? What can I do for you? What can I do for you, nichelings? I can't give you anything. But I think Kusta's going to tell her that her presence and her help is more than enough to help us, and that he isn't sure why he invited her. All he knows is that it was the right decision. So we have moved all of our nichelings, and Isla is left with a question as to why she was invited into this tribe, even though she is so weak, even though she is so afflicted with sickness and bad eyesight and deformities. Why she was invited. So she is wondering this and trying to deal with that question herself, whereas Flax is still dealing with the question of who is leader, who is supposed to take over. And little Stargazer is still trying to think up a lovely story, which she will have to give on the next turn. And I actually think I might go ahead and let's look around really quick and see if we can find some more pairings to set up, because we have quite a few boys over here, but we don't have so many girls. So we have E and A, so let's look for all nichelings that currently have E. We have E. So she won't be able to breed with Kusa or anyone. She won't be able to breed with Kusa or Cheetah. So if we check A, then who is she able to breed with? Okay, so she actually has quite a few options then. So she might be able to breed with, I think Davion is her brother though. So I think, yeah, because oh, that's Davion. Davion and Birch. Birch was the daughter of Kusta and Coneflower. And Davion is the son of Coneflower, so I don't think I'll have them breed. But Tamarillo has F and C, and he is the child of Cherimoya and Vidar. So maybe he and Birch might end up together. That is a possibility. And I think I might give him a yellow gem in the center to signify that he has his heart and his mind set on someone. And I will do the same with Birch. I'll do the same with Birch. She still has to prove herself, so we'll have to see if maybe she'll complete her challenge. But now we go back over to Stargazer and her family and see what story she might be able to tell us about the deities. And I'm very curious to see who she might pick. Oh my goodness, hopefully she'll come up with a good story on the spot. But we'll go ahead, we'll pass the turn and see what her next sibling will be. And he is beautiful! Oh, I just heard Isla, poor thing. Oh, do we have a leech? Okay, can you show me? Oh, you're bleeding! Oh no! Okay, so we really want to get Quince to someone. I think his shout of, like, startled pain is going to call Kausa over. And Kausa is going to just tusk at him, kind of rather older brother-like, just like, oh, for Pete's sakes. Do you have to be so reckless? And Quince is just like, but there's just so much to see. And he's gonna try to attack this Bun. You know, he's gonna try to attack this bunny with no success. But we have a lovely baby born, and I think some nichelings passed away. I'm not quite sure who. I know Kusta passed away. Oh, did he invite our both pass away? Oh, poor things. Oh, I'm gonna miss them so much. They really made me happy. I really appreciated it. They were so sweet. Vider had such a lovely family. I'm so happy for them. They're so beautiful. I hope they'll be happy. They're happy. It's okay. It's okay. But we have lovely, lovely little Tavankir right here, and I'm super excited about him. Oh, he's gorgeous, and he has perfect blood clotting. Oh, thank goodness. So let's go ahead and let's name lovely Tavankir. And let's find a really good name for you. I'm actually going to scroll twice again, get to some of the more recent names. I've been using up a lot of the older names, which I am really happy about. But, Potato. Oh my goodness. Potato or fish? Potato. Okay, we're gonna name him Potato. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we have adorable, handsome Potato. Oh, that's a great name suggestion, but look at him, isn't he gorgeous? He's just so lovely. Looks like that was a mix of beige and red pattern. Very nice. I really like the coloring that comes out with. It's kind of a soft orange, and those are the oranges that I really, really like. But Vazia, while she goes about her business, breeding with her mate, having more babies. Speaking of which, Micah is going to scoot over here, collect from this, and then, I think Stargazer is going to step back to give her little brother room to move. So he's going to sit here, and Vazia is going to breed with her mate. She's pregnant now. And little Stargazer, I think she's going to swipe up these berries, whereas Vazia is going to sit back on the nest, and they are happily having their babies, having their little family, and Gardenia's over here. So she might actually catch word of Stargazer's story, which she is about to tell because Vazia is waiting. Vazia wants to hear the story, so let's see what Stargazer has to say. Alright, so Stargazer is going to tell us the story of Acorn and Fawn. Now, Fawn was a nicheling from a tribe many years ago, a tribe whose destiny was to release nichelings trapped in frozen rocks, put there by deities who had predicted that they would be needed in the future for something even more important. Now, Fawn was a very gentle soul, and she didn't seem especially special. She didn't seem to be very important. If she didn't have any unique features, she had the derp snout. She was just a spotted nicheling who was kind and gentle. But something about her made everyone love her. Maybe it was her smile. Maybe it was how kind she was. Maybe it was how selfless she was. But no matter what, whoever you talk to, Fawn was beautiful. Now, Acorn is a god of misfortune, and he was one of the deities charged with protecting this tribe, charged with helping to guide them and give them warnings so that they don't fall into foolish antics and foolish ways. Now, as he watched these nichelings, as he watched them, he soon began to notice Fawn. He soon began to notice how just utterly kind she was, and he didn't understand it. He didn't understand it at all, why she could be so selfless, and at first he didn't know why everyone thought her to be so beautiful. So one night he sat and he talked to her. He came down and asked her, "Why is it that you care? Why is it that you are so kind? Why do they call you beautiful?" And Fawn simply said, "I am kind because I have no reason not to be. I have no reason to treat them any other way. Why would I be anything but kind? And as for them calling me beautiful, it is what they wish to call me, and I won't shame them for it. I don't personally believe it, but I appreciate it." So Acorn was stunned by this answer. No reason for it? Why would she just be so selfless? And ever since then, he's become enamored with the beautiful Fawn, and honestly thrown quite a few things her way at her suitors, definitely. And it is said that to this day, Acorn is still deeply in love with the lovely, gentle Fawn. And thus, Stargazer's story ends, and you guys can let me know what you think of it, if you think she passed the test, or if you think maybe not. Hopefully the story is good. But alright, we have some other nichelings that we need to move and get going. Little Davion over here is sitting with his new friend, and he's going to start teaching her the ways of the rat tribe. That they are not only supposed to do one thing, even if they are good at it, but they are supposed to try and learn many more. So she and Davion are going to be spending some time together, learning the ways of the rat tribe and practicing together. And I think they're going to become very close, some really good friends. So Kanais is going to do her best to try and learn like Davion said. She is going to try and fish, try and dig, well she can dig, try and hunt and just improve her skills. And especially to fit into the tribe that so graciously accepted her. Now, speaking of graciously accepting her, Isla is still confused as all get out. She can't even collect, although she will try, and she can hunt, but not very well. She's still confused as to why Kusta invited her. So she is going to go to where he rests, and a sudden thought came to her. Maybe if she sat on his trunk, she would get some answers. Maybe if she sat on this, she could see further and learn more about why it was so important, and why, even if he didn't know himself, he had the urge to do so. Now, Cookie is going to quickly collect from this berry bush before that terrible bunny can get from it, and Birch is going to slice at it, and no luck there. But I do think that she would have been applauded on her challenge. And Bitterweed is still trying to crack a nut. Now he doesn't care if it was a part of the challenge. He just really wants to crack an acorn just to prove that he can. He's just feeling like, I can do it. So what, I don't have nimble fingers like Hausa. I can do it. Anybody can do it. I can do it. So he's just trying to do it and trying to improve that way. But I think Flax has quite a difficult decision ahead of him. He only has 3 days left, and he needs to figure out who is leading everybody else. So he's going to just sit here on his lonesome to continue to try and decide, as some other nichelings might bring suggestions to him. And Tamarillo is going to collect up this bush, and I think he might work on clearing out this area. But I definitely think that Fennel and her brother Cheetah are actually going to start working on the same thing. They're going to work on clearing away the grasses, and maybe swiping at this bunny, on clearing away the grasses and improving and making a little pathway so that Tamarillo and Quince can meet up with them sooner and find this nest. But they're going to work on that, and I think that might be it for this episode, you guys. So, quite a few interesting things happened. We had our first story told by Stargazer, and I hope it was okay. I hope she did okay. But again, if you guys you guys get to vote on if she won or not. So comment down below if you guys think she won or not, and depending on the majority of the answers, then we'll find out in the next episode. But we had quite a bit of interesting things happen today. We had some questions being asked, we had some new wanderers invited, and we had some new discoveries and some beautiful babies, as always. But alright, you guys, that is going to be it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any suggestions or ideas, go ahead and comment them down below. I love reading your comments. But I gotta be popping on out of here, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye!